Good warning. Good morning, and welcome to the Closers Cafe. It's Thursday morning, October 23rd, starting a little bit later than normal today for good reason. Good stuff happening. I'll share what's going on. I feel like I say this a lot, but I have a jam-packed session. I have a lot of stuff that that I'm going to dig into and share. I have a lot of things that I need to follow up on. We're going to have a whole bunch of conversations. Or I'm going to have a whole bunch of conversations with prospects and contacts and so forth, so that I can create more contract opportunities. My hair, that little piece there over here. Why do I always get confused by the the flipping of, and anyway, geez, Louise, lots of stuff to dig into today. Probably going to be a long session. You can come along for the ride. I'll probably have to take multiple breaks throughout, and we're going to cover a lot of bases here. I'm going to share a text script and let that rip. I'm going to share an update on conversations I had yesterday with investor buyers that I was prospecting or reaching out to. Later in the live stream, I'm going to set up a couple more retargeting ads, which is a follow-up to yesterday's mastermind, which if you missed that or you want to watch it a second time, you can go check it out on the Josh Schoenly coaching channel, or better yet, the link. There's a whole bunch of links in the description, and one of them is to our free Skool community. Go join that community. Go to the classroom tab up here, click on replays, and scroll down. Right here is the replay. There's additional resources and links referenced. And also in the session, there are other replays that are referenced that you can go and kind of ping around and check out those as necessary. So a lot of things to dig into today. First, please do me a huge favor. Comment below one win from the last 24 hours and one action, one thing you're going to do today to grow your business, to either generate more contacts that you can have potential conversations with, or to generate more conversations specifically. Like, what are you going to do? And I'll share some of what I'm going to do that as well. Already this morning, I'm going to share, this is my win. Already this morning, I had a great conversation with a private client of mine that I have 2 transactions that are currently in escrow with. He is ready to make an offer on another transaction. And the reason he wanted me to reach out is because he's already referred me another client, and he wanted to see what's going on with that. So this is one person. This is a person, someone I would now call a private client that I did not know. He didn't know me. I didn't know him in late July. I sent out a text, cold outreach, which is one of the buckets of best practices, or in the description below, I have outlined, only really 3 ways to generate more conversations, more contracts, and closings. One of them is cold outreach. So I sent him a text message to see if he would consider selling his land at, in this particular area. He picked up the phone and called me, and I, over a period of a couple of days, demonstrated that I was a professional, that I could provide him the level of service and help that he's looking for. So I now have his 2-unit is settling. It was supposed to settle yesterday. We had to delay it a little bit because the buyer's doing a 1031 exchange, which is fine. I sold that off market. His land, the vacant land that I was originally reaching out to him for, is under contract and settling next week. He is going to look at some land that I would say almost certainly will be writing an offer on, if not today, tomorrow. And then, like I said, he's already referred me another potential client. So not too shabby from one cold outreach text. Now, I sent a lot of those, right? It was just one that responded. And I've got some of that cold outreach going right now. So some of the conversations that I'll be sharing from this session will likely be from that. So that already happened this morning. Thursday, I am a big, I work out. I love working out. I feel like for me, if I don't work out in a certain day, I feel like, I don't know, like I don't it messes with my mood. So my workouts are important to me. Thursday is deadlifts day. I do trap bar deadlifts pretty much every Thursday. And I was feeling pretty good today, so I went a little heavy. So I'm feeling pretty strong today. We'll see if that translates to anything positive here. Tying up some loose ends or some potential open loops from yesterday. On the live session yesterday, I reached out to, I think it was 10-ish active investors in a certain area in my, a certain city in my area. It was Hanover, PA, and I have 2 that I'm still actively in conversation with. And in fact, one of them already emailed me back this morning. He was coming. He was out of town and coming back. The other one I've had a lengthy text conversation with. This is the one that answered. I've had a lengthy text conversation with, and I sent him info. Good morning, Brian. Did you have a chance to check out the PDFs that I emailed you last night? Question mark. Any interest? Question mark. So I need to follow up on that. Oh, I need to. I got a. This is actually. I'll tie in something from earlier in the week. I think it was earlier this. Maybe it wasn't even earlier this week. It was earlier in another week. I don't know. It all runs together for me. But these scripts and templates and so forth have been working incredibly well for me. If you'd like a copy of this doc and you don't have it yet, DM me or text me 717-571-0456. I got a lead from Zillow or Homes.com for a listing of mine last night. It came in kind of later in the evening, so I didn't reach out to her. I texted her this morning before going live here, and this was the text script that I used. Hey, first name. So I'll just show you exactly what it was. Well, I'm not going to show you because it has her phone number. But I said, good morning, Susan. This is Josh with EXP Realty. Looks like you had requested info about our listing at street address. Did you get all the info you were looking for? Hey, thanks for reaching out. No, I have not, was her reply. Gotcha. I'll email you the full MLS sheet as soon as I'm back at my laptop in a couple of minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and send her that MLS sheet for this listing. And then I'll be able to follow up with her. Well, I mean, I'll text her just to let her know that I've sent it. And in the meantime, again, if you don't have access to this document with these scripts, please DM me from Josh Ree, 497 Middletown Road. Oh, you know what? Shoot, I need to switch. Hold on. I need to switch to this view. Here's all the info we have at this point. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks. Just emailed you the full MLS sheet. If you're interested, we could have a quick chat about it later this morning. All right, there we go. Okay, next up on my list is, so we got to Brian, we got to Chris. I'm just crossing off. I have so much on my list. Oh, so much on my list. Let me go. I have a couple of investors that, any update, question mark? That I think are close to making offers on some properties, not my listings, but listings that I either identified as potential deals for, that would make a good investment, or two of them actually, another agent brought them to me and said, hey, I need some help. I don't know what's going on. I can't understand why we haven't gotten any offers on this property, and I'm not sure what to do. So love to be able to help out in those cases. And then there's another one here that I need to get back to. Any update? Thanks. Okay, so I got back to them and them. That's good. That's good. Making progress. Now, next up on the list. So let me tee this up a little bit. I have motivated sellers that came came to me. Man, no, my goodness, this is beautiful. Ha ha! They weren't even motivated sellers. Check this out. Last week or 2 weeks ago, on this live stream, I called. It was either a Zillow or Homes.com lead. It was a lead that came from my listing. So it was just a lead that requested more information about my listing. Like I pay Homes.com $150 a month or something like that. And I get some extra reach on my listings and so forth. I don't pay Zillow anything. I don't know if I've ever paid them. Maybe I have. Anyway. So she came in. We were playing phone tag. She called me while on this live stream. It turns out she's looking for her mom and dad, and they're looking to downsize. And we had a great conversation. I'll have to figure out, I'll have to go find what day that was, because it was a great one. And ended up scheduling an appointment to go look at mom and dad's house. And yesterday, I showed them a property that they're thinking about making an offer on to downsize into. Now, it's a double wide in a mobile home park, but that's what they're looking for. They just want something, affordable on one level, and this makes a lot of sense for them. I have not been able to find an ideal cash offer for their property, which is what they're looking for. And quite honestly, their property is not in terrible condition, but it's not great either. They had a bad experience 2 years ago from a local wholesaling company in the area. And so I want to create a great experience for them. And the reason why I'm sharing all of this is I'm going to show you how I'm going to post on my different social channels to try and find a buyer off market. They don't want to list the property on the open market yet, and maybe not ever. And it's because the dad, or the husband or dad, I've been talking mostly with the daughter, but however you want to frame that, requires a lot of care, and it's very difficult, and it's hard for them to have people through the house, etc. So ideally, what we'll find is the right buyer for the property, without having to go through all the the hoopla of going on market. So I'm teeing that up all to say that what I'm about to do is I'm going to post on all my organic social channels to see if we can get some activity and find the right buyer for them, so that we can address that part of the transaction, so that we can get to work on the home they're transitioning into, and put all the puzzle pieces together to make it work, and hopefully do it before the end of the year. While they're ready to go. So let me, I'm going to share full this way. I'm going to start by going to Canva and creating a graphic, or I don't know what you would, like a meme card. I don't know what you want to call this here, that I'm going to post on these different channels. And I'm going to find one. Okay. So I'm going to duplicate this. And I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch to this view, just because I always get, I don't like that when these get torn down, and I don't want it to get too torn down, like ripped down from Facebook. So I'm going to take a screenshot. I'm going to take a screenshot of like the map view of this area, and I'll show you why I'm going to do that. I'm going to go over here. I'm actually going to hit undo, and then I'm going to upload this image. I'm just doing this in Canva. I'm going to drop this on here. I'm going to center it. I'm going to move it, send it backward. There we go. And then I'm going to make it more transparent. So look at that. Ooh, that's kind of, it pops a little bit. I'm going to center. Yeah. Okay. I want that pin centered. And I'm gonna make this a little bit more transparent. There we go. I want the handyman special in let's see. I can't remember how many bedrooms or baths this is. I think it's a 3-2. 2 Ardmore Drive. Pretty sure it's a 3-2. Yeah. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to go back here. Off market, parentheses, 3-2 ranch home in Hummelstown. And then I just want to make sure it's in an area that I'm not 100% sure of the school district, and that will matter to certain people. Okay. LD schools. 2-car garage. Oh, wow, yeah. 2/3 of an acre. 2/3 acre lot. Great location. All right. I'm going to move that up. Okay. So now I've got my image. I'm going to download my image, and then I'm going to post this a whole bunch of different places. Okay. A whole bunch of different places. So I'm going to start on Nextdoor. I don't know why I tend to always start on Nextdoor, just because then I don't know. I don't know why I start there. I don't want to put the exact address. So I'm going to put Hummelstown. That's like downtown Hummelstown. That's not really where it is. I'm going to move it. Old Hershey. Where is Duke Street? You know what? I'm going to go like this. Ardmore Drive. I'm just going to go Ardmore Drive. Yeah, there we go. And then actually, I'm going to drop it over here. There we go. Okay. I'm going to put the image here. And then I am going to, I hate creating stuff from scratch. And I know that I've made a post like this at some point on Nextdoor and all the other platforms. So I'm going to go and find that. Here we go. I might use that. There might be another one here that I can use. That might be it. That might be the one I'm thinking of. Oh, here we go. Oh, well, it's about the same. Okay, so I'm going to go up here. And I'm going to copy this. Who do you know that might be interested? I'm going to add hashtags, Hummelstown, PA, hashtag Lower Dauphin schools, hashtag home for sale, hashtag realtor listing agent realty and off market. I don't know that those are best, but whatever. Okay, so I'm going to copy that and I'm going to post it. Then I'm going to go to Google. I'm going to go to my Google business profile. Posts, add post, images, grab the image, post that in. Give me a call and let's chat. And I'm going to do button. So I tweaked it. I removed a lot of the stuff that you can't include in a post like this on Google. And the call to action I just made, give me a call and let's chat. And then the button, I chose the call now button. Rock and roll on that. Now, Facebook. Let's switch to my page. Ooh, look at this. Off-market homes, off-market deals. Look at that. I didn't even think of that. Realty. Listing agent. I'm just getting these hashtags so that they're actually, I don't know, highlighted. I don't know if that's even the right word for hashtags. Beautiful. Okay. Let's see here. I think that's good. Next. Post. Now, what I'm going to do next. Okay. I'm at work. Would you be able to chat this evening at all? Absolutely. What time are you thinking? So this is the lead that I had texted. This is the Zillow lead that came in on my listing, and I now basically have a phone appointment with her and her husband this evening sometime. We'll see what time they decide. Gotcha. Brian, the one investor, replied. Okay. Tracy is a seller lead. Well, they might not be able to sell the house for $350. Yeah, this was my concern with what they were promising in the first place. So just keep me posted and keep me in mind as a backup plan, because I'm confident in a weekend we can get you a real offer that will settle and settle quickly. Since I'm going to take a quick side. This, who I was messaging here, is a motivated seller lead, cash offer request, motivated seller lead. And I went and met with her. If you remember correctly, this is the one, I think I shared this, that it was the first time ever that I cried in a listing appointment, at least that I remember, because she has had some really tough stuff happen to her. And it just hit me in my chest. Like, and I wasn't weeping, but I mean, there was tears. Anyway, she had a investor buyer, a cash buyer, quote unquote, coming later that day. And she already knew their offer, or what their theoretical offer was. And I told her, if they can actually give you that amount cash as is, settle quickly, you should absolutely take that offer. So then I followed up with her, and she did accept their offer. This was early last week. I met with her late 2 weeks ago. I followed up with her early last week. And I was thinking about her yesterday or the day before. And I just wanted to give her a heads up on some things to expect. Okay. I think this is instructive, so I'm going to share this and then I'll get back to posting and so forth. So yesterday I texted her, I hope things are going well. Just a heads up on a couple of things that I want you to be on the lookout for with this buyer. They may try to renegotiate their agreed upon price with you, especially if part of their offer structure included them requesting access for inspections, contractors, or financial partners to walk through the property. I hope for your sake that doesn't end up being the case, but I just wanted to make you aware. She said, haha, they called yesterday trying to renegotiate. I'm like, no, it is what it is. Already signed the contract anyway. I said, good on you for holding your ground. I hope I'm wrong, but if they already tried to renegotiate, they may not be able to actually close at the amount they have you under contract for you. Do you know when their contract would expire or what date is set for settlement? And then she said, well, they may not be able to sell it for $350. They might not make money. And so my last reply was the last one here. Yeah, this was my concern with what they were promising in the first place. So my guess is I have better than a 50-50 chance of getting that listing and helping her actually get the desired end result. Okay. Okay. So I'm a half an hour in or thereabouts. Please do me a big favor. Number one, comment below one win from the last day and one action item you're going to commit to today to grow your business. And number two, if you've gotten any value from the first half hour, please give me a thumbs up. And while you're doing that, please make sure that you're subscribed and that you have the notifications turned on. Now, back to this. So I have this post. It's on my page. Now I'm going to share it in a bunch of different places to get eyeballs, to get more people to see it, to get more potential opportunities. So I am now on the app on my phone, which, by the way, I'm doing this every day and I'm sharing this every day because this is a free way to generate more opportunities. It takes me on these sessions, it takes me, 10, 15, 20 minutes tops. And if nothing else, people are seeing me. And my buddy Jason Gruner, #1 luxury agent in Nashville, he said something to me recently that it is like burned into my brain. And this goes for realtors, us, but anyone in business. It's not the best that wins, it's the best known that wins. You want to be the best known. And obviously you want to be the best also, but you want to be the best known because that gets you the most at bats, the most amount of opportunities. So I'm on my phone. I'm going to find my page so I can find the post that I just made on my page. But I'm on my personal profile currently. So I find my page. This is the post. Okay, this is the post. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to share it to my story. Just like that. Literally just like that. Shared it to my story. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to share it to groups. Okay, I'm going to share it to groups. I'm going to start with some investor groups that I have locally here that I'm a part of. And I want them to be local. So I have 2 there. 2 that are local. So I've got those. And I want off market. There we go. And I want Hummelstown. Do I have any Hummelstown groups? No. Dauphin County groups, because this property is in Dauphin County. Okay, so I've got 7 groups that I'm now sharing. Okay, now I'm going to put some emojis to go with my shared post here. I'm going to do the emoji, meaning like I want them to be thinking, who do they know? I want a home. And I'm going to put arrow down. So that's my emojis. Okay. Man, you guys are not What? Just I can't. There's no way I can get you to comment today, folks. I'm not feeling the love. Okay, I've shared that now there as well, and I'm crossing it off my list. It's one last thing that I have to dig into for this. Was I going to do anything else for that, for this specific thing? Well, here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I'm going to do. I didn't plan to do this, but I'm going to anyway. What's scrolling across the bottom is a new web app that my buddy Sean built. And if you haven't checked it out, I would highly recommend you check it out. You can get a 7-day free trial. And I point that out because he just released version like, I won't even call it 1.0. I'll call it like 0.1 of a lead. How do I even want to call it? Like a lead engine. That's what he named it. A lead engine. And I'm going to use this real quick to find who the potential investor buyers are for this property. And maybe I'll do some outreach to them. Now, yesterday I used this tool, investorbase.com, which if you want a free trial of that, DM me or shoot me a text. But when I looked in here yesterday, it was weird. There was not much investor activity, which I thought was kind of odd. But let me look again here. I'm going to specifically say single family homes, and I'll let it be any price. And I'll go ahead and search it. So I'm going to bring that up. Yeah, see, man, that is weird that there is just not much activity there. Well, you know what? Why not? I'm going to call this guy first, and then I'm going to leave you hanging on the other the new tool. That for those who are interested, if you DM me or text me, I'll get you a free account and 100 free credits if you promise to kick the tires and give me some feedback. But let me show what it does first before I get there. But I'm gonna call these 7 results here first. I don't know that I'm even gonna call all 7. Hey, Dan, this is Josh Schoenly with EXP Realty. I know this call's kind of out of the blue, but it looks like you might be an investor in the Hummelstown area, and we've got an off-market property that could make a good deal for an investor. And I'm just curious if you're looking for anything right now. Okay. Is this your cell phone? Okay. I'll shoot you some info on it. It's a 3-2 ranch on 2/3 of an acre, and it's just a weird situation where because of some health issues, they don't really want to list it on the market, and so we're looking for the right buyer to try and put the deal together off market for them. Well, it's not a fear of listing it publicly. It's that they can't really accommodate showings easily because they have a dog, and there is one of the husband requires a great deal of medical care and attention, and it's very difficult for them to clear out of the house to accommodate showings. So I'll text you some info, and then if you were interested and wanted to check it out, I mean, you and I could coordinate. They just don't want to do the typical dog and pony show of listing it and trying to accommodate listings at any particular hour, things of that nature. And actually, yeah, I have a bunch of pictures I can send you as well. I'll just send you a link to a Google Photo drive with all the pictures on it. I mean, we use a software tool that that pulls up investor activity based upon different areas, and you were one of the first ones that popped up. And the property that at least was the reason I called, it looks like you bought one nearby at 116 Shetland Drive, maybe back in October of 23. So I guess 2 years ago at this point. So yeah, that was what prompted it. It's called Investor Base. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. dmurph10@gmail. Is that a good email for you too? dmurph26. Got it. I will text you a link to the photos. It has the address there too. And let me know if it's something you want to check out. Thanks, Dan. Bye-bye. I mean, what are we doing here? I mean, what are we doing? Like, I have made this business way too hard for way too long. I mean, one phone call. I don't know why I was hesitating to call him in the first place, to start calling these leads. So I'm saving his info here as a link in my phone, or as a contact in my phone. Investor, cash buyer, landlord, fix and flip, Hummelstown. That's me. I put that in the company name, so I know I can search my contacts strategically in situations like this. And easily find, when I want to just go, when I want to get surgical about buyer. Western. What the heck? I don't know what. The talk to text sometimes. Investor, cash buyer, landlord, fix and flip. Hey, Dan. Thanks for the time. Here are the photos I mentioned. And I'm going to do more with this contact as well to make sure that. So when I go and preview properties, I always get pictures because I never know if this is going to be how we're going to sell the property. So I take a bunch of photos and then I create a Google photo album, easy for me to say, so that I can easily share in instances like this. So I'm going to share my contact. Now, what I'm also going to do, that was from one phone call. Freaking wild. I'm going to have to call the rest of them, and then I'll get back to the new tool my buddy built. And quite honestly, so this, I can get you a free trial of this, and I can get you a discounted rate for the first month, but it's $250 per month for their lowest tier, right? So it's expensive. We built this other tool for a cheap pay-as-you-go option for this kind of data, okay? And again, for those that want to a link to create a free account and get 100 free credits, which basically means you can get 100 free leads, just DM me or text me 717-571-0456. And I promise I will get back to that and actually demo what it does and how it works, because you can use it to get both seller leads and active investor buyer leads. Okay, buyer active. I'm adding this buyer as a contact in KB Core, in Bold Trail rather. Just so I don't know. I just want to make sure that I have this person in multiple places, so I don't lose track of of them. And let me see. Let me see if I can find his home address. 216 Shetland. I have that wrong. 116 Shetland. I did have it wrong. So now I'm just trying to find his home address, so I can add. I can append that info as well. 739 North Strickler Road. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. Yep, that's his 739 North Strickler Road. So I don't know. Sometimes I need to better narrate what I'm doing. I'll tell you how I figured this out in a minute here. So I'm adding his home address information, and I'm going to add him to a market report for his home address, and I've got him in here as an investor. Okay. I now consider him a private client of mine. I mean, why wouldn't I? Okay. Here's how I found what his primary address is. I can see that he bought 116 Shetland Drive and he still owns it. So I went and looked at the that property on Remine. I used Remine. You can use PropStream. You can get a free trial with PropStream, growwithjosh.com/PS. Maybe you have some other free service that you have access to. Or I could have even gone to truepeoplesearch.com, which is completely free. I just went here because I have access to it. So I pulled up that property and I looked at the mailing address, because the mailing address is where this is. You can see here that it's marked as corporate owned and absentee owned. Okay, corporate and absentee, and this is the mailing address. And so in most cases, absentee owned properties, this mailing address is the actual address of the property owner, because that's where the taxes get mailed to. And that was the case here. So I was able to do some recon, little private investigator cap. He said the link is not active. And then he said, never mind, just came through. Okay. Gosh. Hi, I have a question for you. Is probate what you do to get a short certificate? I'm not sure what you're asking. Are you talking about a short sale? And probate is the process that you have to go through when you inherit a property, or you inherit any personal property or real property. It's a process that you have to go through, quite honestly, because the state wants estate taxes to be paid. This is a motivated seller lead that came in last week, I believe, did not respond to anything, and then finally responded to an email. And I had a conversation with her earlier in the week. She was crying on the phone with me because they're in a tough spot, and so I'm trying to help her. So I'm trying to help her. She has inherited a property, but she hasn't haven't done the inheritance taxes or anything. I'm sorry, they haven't gone through the probate process. So she wants to sell it, but she can't even sell it because it has to go through the probate process. So I referred her to an attorney who can help with that. Honestly, we haven't set a price yet. I'm just seeing where folks like yourself might come in on it to see if it would net them enough after paying off the current loan. I have a pretty good idea of what they need net to make the transition to the type of home they're downsizing to, which is basically a double wide in a park. This investor asked, how much do they want for it? And we haven't established a price yet. So I'm just being transparent. Okay, man, oh man, I am all over the place, but good stuff is happening. Good stuff is happening. Give me a thumbs up if you're getting any value out of this. I'm gonna call a few more of these, and then I'm going to show the tool that my buddy built, and we're going to see if I can get. Oh, that one's no good. That email is no good. Is this? I'm sorry, that phone number. Ooh. Okay, so the phone number is no good, but the email seems like it would be the right email. So I'm sending an email, subject line for Tim, RE, possible fix and flip deal in Hummelstown. Not sure if you're looking for any deals right now. Looks like you may have flipped one last year in Hummelstown. Actually, I'm going to change this up. Looks like you flipped a property in Hummelstown last year. Are you looking for any deals right now? I have an off-market here we go. We're working with some sellers who would like to sell their property off market to an investor. Thanks. Are you looking for any deals right now? Okay, so looks like you flipped a property in Hummelstown last year, question mark. Are you looking for any deals right now, question mark? We're working with some sellers who would like to sell their property off market to an investor. Send that. And next, actually, I'm going to go to my deals. I like this board better. You know what's funny? This had this fella as the smart match, which means, like, I don't know, they use like AI to say who's the most likely buyer for this, and it was kind of spot on, if I'm being honest, because he answered and he's interested. Okay. I'm going to call, there's not many here, so I'm going to call through the rest of these, and then I will show the new tool that I mentioned. And then I have so much more that I want to get to this morning. But we'll see. We'll see. I would already say that I've won the morning. So it won't be the worst thing in the world if we don't get to much else. Landmark builders. I'm actually not leaving a message there. That looks like a representative for a large builder. So I don't think that's the right. That's not the right buyer for this property. How's that, Stephen? Stephen, hey, this is Josh Schoenly with EXP Realty. I know this is kind of out of the blue, but it looks like you may have flipped a couple properties, or at least one in Hummelstown, and we're working with some sellers who would prefer to sell off market. And so I'm looking for the right buyer, and just curious if you're looking for any deals right now. Is this your cell phone? I can send you a link that has the address and all the photos. And, you know, if it looks like something you might be interested in, you know, we can figure out a way to get you in and check it out and see if we can put something together that makes sense for both sides. Perfect. I appreciate it. Thanks. That's pretty wild, pretty wild. So I'm going to create new contact, Stephen. Investor, flipper, fix and flip, Hummelstown, cash buyer. That way I have notes on it. Thanks for taking my call. Here's the link to photos and the address. Send that. Share my contact info as well. I'm going to share my contact info. And we'll see what happens. And I'm going to go back to the next one. This person named Angel Hillside Financial. Well, I'll see if this is right. This is I've now made enough of these calls that I can usually tell when I'm getting the right person, and sometimes it doesn't seem to match up correctly. This would be one that I'm not thinking. I'm thinking it might not be the right match. Is this Angel? Oh, Lieutenant Hills. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's weird. Okay. Well, obviously I have the wrong number. I'm sorry. Bye-bye. I was right. it was Lieutenant Hills with the Department of Corrections. Woo, you never know what you're going to get. And the other number is not the right one either. So I'm just going to move it along. Let's see here. Okay, this one looks like it could be a good one. I totally forgot. One of the things don't let me forget to share. I have generated, since the post that I did live here yesterday, I've generated, I don't know, 10, 12, 15 leads for free, something like that. That was, I posted a listing that I had just come back on. Julie, good morning. This is Josh Schoenly with EXP Realty. How are you? Good. It's kind of out of the blue here, but it looks like you have flipped at least one property in the Hummelstown area somewhat recently. And I've got some sellers that would prefer to sell off market for a couple of different reasons. And I'm curious if you're looking for any deals right now. You bet. I appreciate you taking the call, and have a great weekend. Thanks. Bye-bye. So first touch, not interested. This is going to happen sometimes. I got one more phone number, and then I'm going to show the other one, the other tool, and we'll play with that as well. Not a good number. Let me see if there's an email. Charlie. I don't think it's good. And these phone numbers tell me that this is not the right. And the names are screwy. So I'm not going to worry about that one. I mean, I would already consider it a win. I got two that I got positive responses for. Terrific. Thanks. Terrific. Thanks. So that was one of the follow-ups I did. Serves as official. Did you call Dave yet? Question mark. These are all legal questions that unfortunately I can't answer for you, but I'm confident he can. All right. Back to the task at hand. Let me clear out of some of these windows because, man, oh man, I got so many windows open. So if you want to link to this, we don't even have a name for it yet. He just has lead engine in the top left. We don't know what we're going to call it yet. But if you want a link to create a free account and get 100 free credits, which basically means 100 free leads, DM me or text me 717-571-0456. You can build targeted seller lists or targeted buyer lists with the tool. Just because it ties into the topic at hand here, I'm going to use it for a new buyer target. So I'm going to click new buyer target. I'm looking for buyers in Hummelstown, Pennsylvania, and I'm going to go minimum properties owned. I'm going to go 3. I guess I'll leave it to 5. So I'll leave it 5. I want recent purchases only. So this is filter for investors who made purchases within the last 3 years. And before I do anything, before I create this target or do anything, I'm going to check the lead count. That'll tell me how many fit this criteria. This is Hummelstown buyers, investor buyers that have bought within the last 3 years and own at least a minimum of 5 properties. The lead count is 17. Hot diggity dog. I'm going to create the buyer target and I'm going to run now. Balance after this run, negative 50 credits. What? Hold on here. It shouldn't take 50 credits, but I'm going to run it now. I may have to let him know that there's a glitch. One of the reasons why I want to give away free accounts and have you guys use it is we need to figure out where the bugs are. But I ran it. So while this is running, check this out. I created this list this morning. This is the county that I live in, inherited properties. Okay, inherited properties. I ran this morning, and look at this. I mean, this is pretty freaking cool. So Lori Miller. I'm just going to call Lori Miller. No, I'm going to text Lori Miller. Watch this. I'm going to text her. Whoops. Hold on. Let me make sure. I'm not even sharing my screen. I'm sorry. Here we go. Golly. This is what it looks like. Man, oh man. My apologies. So I'll show you what it looks like. So I went dashboard, I went new buyer target. We put the city, we put the state, minimum 5 properties, recent purchases only, check lead count. And that's how I got that. Now, while that batch is running, I'm going to reach out to this one here. Because this is definitely a property that we would have an investor buyer for. Hey, Lori. would you consider selling 5 Arnold Street to a private client of ours? This is Realty. Okay, simple as that. That script is working like crazy. I could reach out to this one. I mean, this is, look at this. This is great. These are inherited properties in Cumberland County. But I wanted to here. So there are 13 investors. If I view details, look, I got the portfolio size, total portfolio value. Year built, 2007. Most recent transaction, she bought one in May. Buyer was Lauren Young. So I'm going to call Lauren. Whoops. Hold on. If I was using the app on my phone, this web app on my phone, I could just tap the call. I don't have it pulled up on my phone currently. She said her name in the voicemail, so I've got the right number. Lauren, hey, my name is Josh, and I'm calling because it looks like you are an investor with a couple of properties in the Hummelstown area, and we are working with some sellers who would prefer to sell their property off market, most likely to an investor. And I am just calling to see if you are looking for any deals right now. If you could let me know either way, and if you aren't, maybe you know somebody who is, I can send you a link with the address and the photos, and happy to chat and fill you in on the details as well. If you could let me know either way, thanks. I'll shoot you a text now as well. So, I mean, this is just great. Hey, Lauren, this is Josh. Just left you a voicemail. Period. I was calling because it looks like you are an investor who owns a couple properties in Hummelstown. Period. Are you looking for any deals right now? Question mark. We're working with a seller who would prefer to sell their property off market. Boom, boom, boom. Be beautiful. Beautiful. Let me go back here. View details. I mean, this is good. Good. Okay. Sean freaking knocked it out of the park with this one. If you want a link to create a free account and get 100 free credits, which means that's 100 free leads, please DM me or text me at 717-571-0456. He freaking crushed it with this thing. Yeah, hi. Reason I'm calling is that they'll offer most likely to an investor. And I'm just curious if you or anyone you know might be looking for a deal. If you could let me know either way, I'm going to text you as well. And uh, um, well, that's because I'm probably talking too much. Let me try a different number here from this. Uh, Lagging a little bit because of my Wi-Fi. While I do that, is yeah, I'm connected to the right one. So here's what I'd like everybody to do in the meantime. When I come back, I'm going to finish calling through some investors. But one of the things I promised um, next, my buyer database conversation opportunities so that you can see what that looks like in real time. So while uh, I plug in my laptop as well, while I do create a list of at least 5, 10, 15, 20 buyer leads, and maybe it's already in your CRM that you can use this script with when I get right back from a quick break here. All right, I'm back. I may have spilled a little coffee on my laptop, so we'll see. Hopefully, that doesn't create a problem. I was trying to move it around so I could get it plugged in, and tipped over my coffee on it. But whatever, such is life. All right. So moving on or plugging away here. I want to find this one because let's see if this number is right. 0972. I want to reach out to them because they have a good amount. They have one nearby. They're paying in the price range we need. I'm going to close out of some tabs, so hopefully I can share again and it's not bogging my computer down. That is definitely not the right number. All right, well, who cares? I don't have the right data on this one for whatever reason. Let's try another one. See here, they have 5. They bought one in 23. $8,929. Give it a whirl. Nope. 717. 67. 67. See if that works. Hi, I'm trying to reach Chad Stein. I don't know if I have the right number or not, but this is Josh Schoenly with EXP. The reason for my call is it looks like you own a few investment properties in the Hummelstown area, and we have a client we're working with who would prefer to sell their property off market and most likely to an investor. And not sure if you are interested or you might know someone who would be interested. The property's in Hummelstown. It's a ranch house. I can send you photos, the address, etc. If you're not interested, no worries. But I just thought I would reach out. Thanks. That seemed like a landline, not a cell phone, or like an office line, which is why I said that. This guy I already talked to, so that tells me that this data is solid. Let me see this guy here. Okay. So feedback I'm going to give Sean, the recent transaction, the address, we want the address there. I want the most recent transaction address in there, but whatever. I'm going to give this one a go. I'm going to try and email this one because it looks like these emails are good. Hey, Nicholas. Looks like you're a pretty active investor with at least one property in the Hummelstown area. We're working with some clients to sell their property, and they'd prefer to sell it off market, most likely to an investor. Are you or anyone you know looking for a deal right now? Let me know either way. Thanks, Josh. There we go. Okay. All righty. All righty. Here. Let's go. Let's check out a few more here. Wendell Carr. Let's see here. All right, let's try. Oh, that's a fax number. Yeah, man. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? All right, let's see here. I'm gonna send. I'm gonna send him an email. I've got a couple of emails that look like they could be his real email. And the great thing about this one, he owns a bunch of properties. He lives in Miami, so he may be looking to, to liquidate some properties, if not now, in the near future. I'm going to try one more number for him. This is him. This is his voicemail. Wendell, hey, my name is Josh Schoenly. Reason for my call, it looks like you own a number of properties, at least one of which is in the Hummelstown, PA area. We are working with some clients who have a property they'd like to sell off market, most likely to an investor. And so I was calling to see if you are looking for any deals right now. And if you could return my call and let me know either way, that would be great. And if you're not looking for anything, maybe you have, some properties that you might be looking to unload. Either way, this is my direct cell phone, 717-571-0456. Thanks. That was definitely him. And we'll see. We'll see. Planting seeds, planting seeds. All right, here. Okay. I'll give this one a go. That number was no good. Try this one. It's not enough numbers. 267. There we go. That's enough. Okay, no service there. So I am going to. Oh, that's a real email. Beautiful. Okay, so I've got a real email here. I'm going to send here. My guess is she goes by Nora, but I'm not going to assume. Boom. Bingo, bango, zingo, zango. I don't know why I said that. Interesting. Mailing address. 8 properties. Most recent transaction. Recent one. Okay. All right. Let's see here. These phone numbers don't seem right. Hold on. I'm gonna do my own skip tracing here. 1413 Limerick. Let's see here. Son of a gun. It's right. I shouldn't have questioned it. I should have just called. Who cares? Here we go. 817-0950. Whoops. 435-817-0950.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hi, I'm trying to reach Barbara. My name is Josh. I'm calling because it looks like you might be a pretty active investor with at least a couple of properties in Hummelstown, and we're working with some clients who have a property they are looking to sell, ideally off market and most likely to an investor. And so I'm just reaching out to see if you or anyone you know might be in the market and looking for a deal. If you could let me know either way, I'll shoot you a text as well. This is my direct cell. And again, my name is Josh. Thanks. So I'm going to text this person. Oh my goodness. My phone is blowing up. Max, you're on here. I don't know if you're still on here because this has been been pretty boring, quite honestly. But if you are, thank you. A, and B, I will get you that link. I will get you that link to sign up and kick the tires on this. I just sent, and it's a blue text. So let's see here. I don't know what that is. Awesome. Thank you. Just replying to messages here. Oh my goodness. I'm going to call him today. That's on the attorney front. Okay. I need a ride home for Fallon. Unfortunately, she can't make it tonight. Okay, here we go. Back to this. And then once I get through, I have a few more here on this list that I want to get through. Then I'm going to jump into Bold Trail and I'm going to do a text blast with a script that I know crushes it. Pretty much every time. Oh, you're still on. Thanks, Max. Here. I'll hook you up while you're still on. Hold on here. Let me find the right link to get you from my buddy Sean. So here we go. And I got a Zillow lead that just came in. I'm gonna call. I got leads to call. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Here is that link. You can sign up. There's no cost to sign up, Max or anyone else. And there we go. There's the link. You can sign up for free. And when you sign up, you get 100 free credits, which is basically 100 free leads. And what I would ask you, Max, or anyone else, if you DM me or you text me for the link to sign up, just number one, if you have a good idea for a name for it, please let us know. Number two, try it out, kick the tires, play around with it, and tell us what you think. For example, I'm going to tell Sean that we need to add the purchase, this recent transaction. We need the address of what the most recent transaction is. That would be helpful to have. the Zillow lead that I was texting with that I now have a phone call appointment with tonight at 6:30. I'm going to oh my word. I am going to follow a best practice of something called speed to lead. So I got a Zillow lead on one of my listings that I am going to call back right now. So I will leave her a voicemail, and then I will text message, and I will use this script. This script right here. Romina, this is Josh with EXP Realty. Looks like you had just requested information on our listing at 94 Meadowbrook Drive in Ichabod. Just making sure you got all the info you were looking for. Let me know if you have any questions or if there's any other information I can help you with. Thanks. So I left her a voicemail. I'm going to text, not a blue text, but whatever. Hey, Romina. It's Josh with EXP Realty. Period. Looks like you had requested information about our listing at 94 Meadowbrook Drive in Ichabod. Period. Did you get all the info you were looking for? Question mark. And I have to. There we go. So sent. Thank you. Okay. All right. I'm going to reach out to Bill here. That's a bad number. 772-1385. I'm going to email him while I'm calling. I think that the first email is probably the right one. Yeah, I'm gonna send it to both of them, but yes, hi, I'm trying to reach Bill. This is Josh Schoenly with EXP Realty. I'm calling because it looks like you own a few properties in the Hummelstown area, and we are working with a client who would prefer to sell their property off market, most likely to an investor. So I'm calling to see if you or anyone you know might be in the market and looking for a deal. If you could let me know either way, I can send you info, pictures, etc. And I'll shoot you a text as well. Thanks. I don't know that I have the right number, but yep, there we go. Gonna copy that. Recent. Here, it's not a blue text, but whatever. I did email. So we'll go back here. All right, I've got a couple more here, and then I'm going to pivot to the the buyer text, that if you have a database of buyer leads or buyers you've collected over time, I'm telling you the script that I'm going to use and I'll give you works like gangbusters every time. 717. The Gmail was no good on that one, but it's just ringing. That seems like a good email address. Oh, Romina. I'm looking to stay within 1 to 3 hours from the Poconos. I'm looking for mainly for acreage as chickens to roam around. Gotcha. Thanks. I did text you from my personal cell phone as well. How many acres are you thinking, and what price range are you looking to stay around? Hello, this is Josh. Yeah. Hey, Bill. How are you? Oh, yeah, I left you a message, but you probably didn't get it yet. So I was calling because it looks like you are an investor and have at least a property or two in Hummelstown, and we're working with some clients who would prefer to sell their property off market, most likely to an investor. And so I was just curious if you're looking or know anybody who might be looking for a deal. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I mean, I can text you a link to photos with the address and so forth, but it's a 3-bed, 2-bath ranch, 2-car garage, and it's on like 2/3 of an acre, and it's got another like 1-car garage. It's kind of like one of those sheds. I mean, it's a full garage, but it was not stick built on site. It was brought and dropped on site. It's a good location. Lower Dolphin schools, and yeah, I mean, would it make sense for me to text you or email you a link to the photos and the address and details? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Got it. Oh, wow. Okay. 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 Okay.
I did a 1031 tax deferred exchanges.
Yeah, of course. I have a buyer that's buying a 2-unit with me, and he's doing a 1031 to buy into that one. Yep.
Yeah, okay. Well, I did into this one. That's sort of thing that I do, and so I have sometime this spring. I need to invest maybe $1.3 million.
Okay.
Somewhere.
Okay.
And, anyway, yeah, I like the Hershey area. I also own 50 acres along the Swatty, just off of Vine Street in Londonderry Township.
Okay.
With no buildings on it.
Okay.
The deer farm I have has buildings.
Okay.
But I tell you, I have a party that wants to buy it. I'm doing some subdivision.
You're talking about the one in Londonderry? Are you working with what is his first name? Doggone it. I'd have to look it up. But I think are you working with a young guy to potentially subdivide that? No. Okay.
No.
He must be looking at interesting.
Anyway, I have about 20 acres of that is floodplain, but that's probably going to happen. Londonderry Township is rezoning or permitting the IT people to come in, and mine is a prime candidate for that.
Okay.
And if I sold that, and that could be a year or two, then I would have, who knows, $1 million or more to invest somewhere.
Right. Okay.
So, if you get anything in that area, you talk to me.
Well, Bill, I'm glad you called. I'm going to save your contact info. I'm going to send you my contact info. I will email you this deal, but I would love to do some bigger deals with you. And I'm looking for mobile home parks myself, and even RV parks as well.
I know of two. There's one north of Williamsport, and there's one west of Cottersport, and at the town in the area of Rolette. I did, as a general appraiser, I appraised and sold campgrounds, and that's my background.
Okay.
And mobile home parks, I did all the appraisal work for banks in the area, and I own 5. So other brokers call me when they get in that sort of stuff.
Yeah. I'm
in it.
The 2 that you mentioned, are you saying they're RV parks or mobile home parks?
RV.
Can you, if I, when I email you, can you email me the info on those?
Well, one of them isn't listed. When you send me your information, I'll give you contact information.
That would be fantastic. Absolutely. Do you know, well, whatever, I can look it up, but do you have any idea of the size, like how many pads?
Well, I think in both cases they're over 100.
Perfect. Beautiful.
What company are you with?
So I'm with EXP Realty, and then I have my own, my own entity, investment entity, but my brokerage is EXP.
Who is the broker?
We have, I think we have 5 brokers in, the way EXP works is we're a national brokerage, and then we have managing brokers for each state. So it's Michael Bauer, it's Rob Myers, it's Jennifer Botchway, and there's a 4th and 5th one, but I don't know their names. I usually talk with Michael or Jennifer most frequently when I need something.
Now, there is an app that if you go in through Google and ask for mobile home parks in Pennsylvania, it'll list all them, and often they'll also list all the campgrounds.
An app through Google that does that?
Yeah, I just go in and put in mobile home parks for sale in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
And right now, I think there's about 11, but there's campgrounds in there too.
Huh. But you're not saying you're not going to Crexy or LoopNet. You're saying it's a direct Google app, or you're just Googling that?
I'm just Googling it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, LoopNet has that stuff too, because I work with them when I was active in brokerage. I'm retired for a number of years.
Yeah. Well, Bill, I'm really glad that you called back and we were able to connect. I'm going to email you about this place in Hummelstown, but it sounds like we've got bigger potential opportunities for sure. If you can send me that contact info, especially for the one that's not listed, I would love to chat with them before they, do something there to see if we can make something that makes sense.
All right. Well, I get other brokers consult me.
Yeah.
And that's how I find out stuff.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, with someone with your experience,
Yeah.
I don't doubt that you're often getting that.
Yeah. All right. Good to talk to you. Thanks.
Okay. Hey, thanks for calling back, Bill.
You bet.
Bye-bye. My goodness. Talk to people. Just talk to people. Woo! I mean, that was freaking phenomenal. I'm going to email him. And then Miranda, I'm going to get to your questions here. I'm sorry, I didn't see those questions that you had commented. And then I'm also, I'm going to make sure that for Bill from Josh, ranch, off market ranch, home in Hummelstown. Hey, Bill. Thanks for the time. Here's the link I mentioned. When you have a minute, please send over the contact info for those RV parks. Hope to chat again soon. Maybe I can take you out for coffee next week sometime. This is the kind of guy that I love connecting with. So I got to get that link. Miranda asked, am I a solo agent or have a team? I have a small team locally, and then I'm at EXP, which, by the way, I would love to chat about with you or anyone on here about EXP and why you should take a look at what we've got going on. And then, so I have an organization of 50 some agents all throughout the country that are part of my organization with EXP. But locally, I have a small team. It's myself and two other agents. One's primarily a buyer agent that does typical buyer agent, first time buyer, that kind of stuff. And then I've got a partner that we do more of the listing side, motivated sellers, things of that nature. I am creating the contact record for Bill. Bill at, that's right. Okay. I appreciate you calling back. It was great to chat. I emailed you info on the ranch house in Hummelstown. When you have a minute, if you can send me the contact info for those RV parks, I would greatly appreciate it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. And then your second question, Miranda, you didn't indicate in the voicemail or text message you'd be happy to show the house to her. That was for the Zillow lead. I didn't. I'll let them ask. Yeah, I let them ask. And honestly, on my own listings, I typically wouldn't be the one to show her anyway. That's why I didn't say that. I'm not saying you should or shouldn't, but I typically let them ask that question. Do you set up a scheduled live notification on YouTube? So I have most days, pretty much any or every weekday at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. 8:30 a.m. Eastern is when I go live. And I think if you turn on notifications, you'll be notified of those. I schedule them early in the morning, and then I go live at 8:30. And you can check out any of the replays or past sessions at the Josh Schoenly Coaching YouTube channel. Okay, so man, oh man, this has been a long one. I do have enough time, I think, before my 11 o'clock to do this. Do I want to switch gears or not? You can set it up as default, but then change it if you need to change the time. I'm learning from you, Miranda. Do you mean I can? So, well, I don't know that I'll have to look at that, but I use StreamYard to live stream these because I'm streaming on YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook. Like you can stream to 8 places at once. And so right now I'm live streaming on YouTube, on Facebook, 2 different Facebook places, LinkedIn, X or Twitter, and Instagram, which, by the way, wherever you're watching, hit the thumbs up or the heart button. Give me some love. But I'll have to look into that, Miranda. Thanks for the heads up. Okay, so let's do this. Boy, oh boy. Let's do this. Yep, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. We got time, and I might as well give her a go. I'm gonna go to. Can you see? No. What is going on here? I don't know what. Hold on here. I gotta share my screen here. Entire screen. Here we go. So I'm going to go to Bold Trail, and I can't go in this view. Can't go in this view because that'll get me in trouble. I'm going to go to Bold Trail. I'm going to go to Contacts. I'm going to go New Lead Prospect. I'm going to choose New Lead Prospect. I'm going to choose Buyer Leads. And contact details, I'm going to go has phone and subscribed to SMS and has email. How many leads we got here? I'm going to give you this script. There is, you can use this with buyer leads. You can switch it up and use it with seller leads. It will work in either of those situations or scenarios, and it will work like crazy. It works like crazy for me literally every time I do it. I want to exclude, I'm going to exclude a hashtag here because I don't want to hit up these new leads that I have been generating. I'm going to blast this out, and then as I do that, or after I do that, I'm going to come back, or I'm going to do some more calls and texts and so forth. So let's see. I'm going to do 250 at once. So I've got 4 pages that I'll work through, and then I guarantee we're going to get responses here. And I think what would probably be most valuable for everyone is to see how I take those responses and turn them into turn those conversations into the possibility for contracts, or in this case, maybe pre-approvals or whatever the case may be. So I'm going to send a text. Hey, first name. Just curious, what's the one thing stopping you from making or from buying a home this fall or winter? Let me know. Thanks, Josh. Boom, sent. Okay. Hey, first name, or it could just be first name, or you could also even say, like, I'm going to mix it up on each of these to show you how you can take the same core message and mix it up. Okay. So that one, and where am I going to put this? I'm going to put this in a new. I'm going to put this in a new Google Doc, and I'll clean this up. And if you want this specific Google Doc with all of the variations, you'll have to DM me or text me 717-571-0456. Okay, so I'm going to do all the buyer variations, and then I'll give you seller variations. I'm not going to blast all of that today because I'm already busy. Like honestly, I've already won the day. If I'm being totally honest. I mean, that call with Bill, the call with Steven, the call with Dan. I mean, and I haven't even, I guarantee the posting that I did is going to start to bring in opportunities, some inbound requests, if it hasn't already. What? That's wild. All right. I got some weird auto reply from the outreach. I actually can't believe that I haven't gotten any DMs on Facebook yet for people replying to my post. But so here's how I'm going to mix this up. So I pasted this in here, but I'm going to say, just curious. First name. Okay. It's a little thing, but like, I don't know, you want variety. So I'm going to send it that way to this batch. And I'm already getting a bunch that are, saying stop, unsubscribe. And you know what? That's good, because they were likely never going to work with me. And now I can remove them. I can, by pruning them out of my database, I can open up more room for others. What is it? The universe abhors a vacuum. I don't know. It's some like cliche, but like when you open up the room, when you open up, the space, like I'm doing here, what will naturally fill the space is better opportunities, and what you focus on expands. So don't focus on the people that are unsubscribing. Focus on the people that you will gain from that. Oh, I got the message. I must have been on that. I must have been in the test batch. Okay, so how can I mix this up? I could say just wondering, or I'm curious. First name. How else could I mix it up? Here's how I can. So I'm going to give you another variation here. So it's going to be, what's the one thing stopping you do? And then I put the first name towards the end here. So I'll do that variation. I'll add that here. I don't know if I can come up with a fourth one for the last bucket here, but we'll see. We'll see. And this is just, house is currently listed. What does that mean, Mike? I'm gonna see if he's gotten any offers. So I'm gonna get all these out. Then I'm gonna get the page where the replies will start to come in, and I'm gonna multitask, which I guess is not ideal. Oh, Tara's calling. Morning.
Good morning. How are you today?
Good. How are you?
Good. I was driving and have the baby in the car and he's sleeping until this very moment, of course. But I'm also at a red light, so
Okay.
I figured I was going to try to call you while he was sleeping, because I don't know. We had a rough night, and I don't know if he was going to sleep past noon, which is when I was going to call you.
Okay.
So anyway, that's just the chaos of me trying to work and balance.
Totally get that.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm good. And yourself?
Good. So let's chat about this. How do you plan on ripping that Band-Aid off for 30?
Well, no. So let me. I'm gonna be incredibly transparent. They want 30 net. At this point, I just want to help her. I don't even care. Like, if I can make a couple bucks, great. But honestly, I don't even care. I just want her to get the desired end result. So, if you want to get paid, we'll have to figure that in. I will try to renegotiate less than 30. I've tried several times with her, and she's kind of like hesitant, but I'm going to this will be my last attempt. And then I'm just going to say, look, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to help you. because I've invested way too much time and energy to begin with her. But well, no, it's my fault. Like, Tara, I own like I try and own everything. It's my fault because like this is already drug out way longer than anticipated, and it's because either I haven't done a good enough job negotiating with her, number one, or like we were supposed to settle previously. I had a guy that was ready to go. He's now like he's a legit investor. He owns a bunch of properties, but like I don't know if he's fallen ill or what happened, but like his voicemail box has been full for weeks and he doesn't reply to text messages. So she shouldn't be loyal to me at this point, if I'm being honest. So like yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, I appreciate that, but but again, like I haven't performed in their eyes, and rightfully, I haven't performed to the degree that I could have or should have at this point. Yep. 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 Yeah. Yeah, and she knows that. I mean, she has gotten emotional with me about it numerous times because she just feels like, she just feels like crap. Like that she is, she's associating her self-worth with the current condition of the property. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, um, her daughter, I think, is in her 20s. I think she has a daughter and a son. They're both in their 20s. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, listen. Yeah, totally. Totally. Yeah, totally. Well, how do you want me to how would you like to transition it? Yeah, okay. Okay. Um so I'll call Debbie. All good. Yeah, all good. I'll call Debbie and I'll just lay it out there for her and I'll just turn it over to her. I'll just tell her if she's good to proceed with that I'm going to have Liz directly reach out. If it helps, or if I already have the title work and everything done. If that helps, I mean they don't have to use, but I use Simple Home Settlements in Camp Hill. But if nope, nope, it's all clear and good to go. I'll call her in a bit and we'll make the handoff if she's good to go. Yeah, thanks, Tara. All right, bye-bye. All right. All right. That was Tara, another agent. I have this off-market deal that, I mean, I'm just trying to help the seller, quite honestly, because I like to help. It is eating way too much of my time and energy, but you know, I'm still doing my best to help as best I can. Anyway, the last bucket here, I'm just going to go back to the first version. Where is it? Oh my goodness. And then I'll go and check out some of the replies that have already come in. So I'm going to go to my dashboard. I'm going to hit refresh. I know we have some people that are relatively new to this live stream, meaning like, you know, following along here. And some of the early sessions, I was sharing the work that I do that I had done early morning on a regular basis. And I've gone back to doing early morning on a regular basis because just from an efficiency standpoint, that's what works best for me. So for example, when people look at their market report or they're looking at properties, I will email them and I'll do that work early in the morning. So I'll just do an example of that right now. I will email this person. This is, but normally this is work that I do early in the morning because, you know, I can email at any time, but I can only call and text during appropriate times, right? So I'll email and Kua. Looks like you were checking out some properties on our site recently. Any thoughts of making a move this fall or winter? Okay, that's just kind of my universal catch-all that I'll send to folks that are looking at properties, or even a market report or home value. You could use it for us. It looks like you were checking out, you know, the market report for Waynesboro, or you know, the market report for Likens. Actually, this guy, I need to call this guy. That was a motivated seller. We had an appointment, and he backed out, and then nothing happened. I haven't heard from him since. So where are my text replies here? What's going on? I'm getting them. Maybe I'll have to go through them on my phone. Yeah, why are they not showing up here? Oh, here they are. Wait, no. 10/23, 10/20. 12 days ago. Oh, wait a minute. It's wrong. Here we go. This should do it. Sometimes my account gets confused because I have multiple. Okay, so yeah, they're not showing up here. Well, they're showing up on my phone. So let's see here. I'm going to bring them up. Here we go. So Rusty said, what's that? They're not showing up. I must be blowing up, not being able. Okay, not being able to get approved for a loan or mortgage. Gotcha. We have, gotcha. When was the last time you tried to get pre-approved? So she said that this is her replying to what's the one thing stopping you from buying this fall. And she said not being able to get pre-approved for a loan or mortgage. And I said, gotcha. When was the last time you tried to get pre-approved? Okay. Cost. Got it. Thanks, Jane. The price of the properties I've been sending or settlement costs? So she said cost. And so I don't know if she means price or what she means. Nathan said credit. Gotcha. Do you know where your score is at currently? Approx. I ask because we have options starting at 500 plus. Much better. Much better options starting at 580 plus. When I've used this script enough to know that the most common replies that you'll get from buyer leads, from like a traditional buyer leads, from like a traditional buyer lead, that is credit, cost, not being able to get pre-approved, so forth. I mean, you'll get all kinds of things, but those are definitely the most common. This guy, house currently listed. Gotcha. Have you had much activity? Any offers yet? This is someone that says their house is listed. I'm not sure where that one came from. I've seen a few houses around that price range. Eyes on. Okay. Gotcha. I will email you information on both of those right now. This is the Zillow lead that came in while I've been live here. And I need to send her info on 2 properties that she told me that she has her eyes on. So I think I'm caught up on the text replies. Oh, the price of properties you're sending is okay. Yes, the down payment costs and closing costs and high interest rates. Yep, I totally get that. Rates did tick down a little recently. We've also been fairly successful at negotiating seller help to cover some of the cost to settle. Someone said money. I assume you mean the money for down payment and settlement costs. We do have a special financing program available right now where you can purchase with virtually zero out of pocket. Would you like info? Question mark. Speaking of which, I need to get back to the guy that I had the conversation with yesterday. Hey, Jeff, great chatting yesterday. I haven't seen any info yet. Did you send that over? Maybe it landed in my spam or junk folder, question mark. Gotcha. If or whenever you're ready, we're happy to help. Okay. I don't know about StreamYard. I see some people set up live future announcements. It may be, yeah, see, I think you can definitely do it native on YouTube, but I'm not sure that I can do it this way on here. Although maybe if I schedule them in advance for the whole week, maybe that's what I should start doing, is scheduling them in advance for the week on Sunday night. That way the notifications are there. I'll have to look at a better way to do that. And I appreciate the feedback on that. Do you see that these texts are being read, delivered like on a cell phone? No, this is, no, you don't. Not through Bold Trail, right? But because it's a one-to-many CRM, but it doesn't, like, I don't know. I don't really know that matters a whole lot, at least not in my experience. Do you have a regular Zillow or they're upgraded? I don't pay Zillow anything. I don't pay Zillow anything. These are leads that are coming from my listings. So they're requesting information about my listing. And I don't get a ton of them, but you know, I try to follow as best I can the idea of speed to lead with the leads that I do get, because leads that come in off of listings like this, they have real intent and motivation. Yeah, man, I'm good if you are. That is my buddy. Let's link. YouTube native will assign you a YouTube link and there's a StreamYard. Okay, well, I think I need to check with StreamYard on the best way to make that work. Okay, couple more things, and I have to wrap in 12 minutes here because I have a call with an agent about potentially partnering with us, and I should probably get something, a snack of some kind before then as well. So what I'm going to do to wrap up here is I am going to send info to Romina about the two properties that she mentioned. One is my listing, and one is not mine, but I should be able to find it. I think it's still in my MLS area. Let's hope. Let's get here. Let's find. Here we go. Here we go. So I'm going to email her. So I'm going to create a new contact in here. I could just send it to her, but you know, I'm sending her multiple things here, so I might as well create her as a contact. A couple of things I'm gonna tie together here that I mentioned throughout the session today. Number one, if you want the document that has the script that I was using and the variations, you can DM me or text me at 717-571-0456. If you want a link to create a free account and get 100 free credits from the data tool that I used and demoed very briefly, where you can find motivated seller leads and you can find the active investor buyers in your market, do the same. You can DM me or you can call or text me at 717-571-0456. And there was one other thing I mentioned on today. If you want to chat about partnering together, we should chat for sure. MLS info for 94 Meadowbrook Drive. Thanks, Josh. And then I got to find the other property that you wanted the info on and send her that as well. Let's see here. Where is she? Where is she? There we go. 371 North Street. So let's see if we can find that one. 371 North Street. That one might be out of my coverage area. So let's go 371 North Street. Oh, there it is. It's definitely listed, but it's not in my MLS. So I need to find the listing agent. I'm going to call the listing agent. Hey, Michelle, this is Josh Schoenly with EXP Realty. How are you? You're the listing agent for 371 North Street in Shunk, PA? I mean, Shunk is that's an unfortunate name for a city. But that's another story for another time.
There's a farmer out there who would go on the big radio stations out of Williamsport kind of as a joke.
Yeah.
And the big joke is that he is a farmer who is outstanding in his field.
Oh, that's great. So the reason for my call, I have a prospect potential client who reached out to me. She's interested in a property that I have listed, and she also mentioned this one. My problem is I don't have access to this one. You're not in Bright, so I don't have the listing details on this one. If I shoot you an email, can you send me if you have disclosures or any other info that I might share with her? Okay. 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 Yeah. 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 Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Okay. Jeez. Yeah. I'm assuming the SEO doesn't have. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I was even thinking. Like even Perry County, which is where the property that she reached out, which is even is less rural than Sullivan. Anyway, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have even asked. Yeah. 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 Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. She wouldn't be looking for it as a permanent residence. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, that is cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Yep. Yeah. 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 Okay. Beautiful. I appreciate the time. I'm going to shoot you a text as soon as we hang up, and I'll let you know if she is interested. Beautiful. Yeah. Thanks. What a wonderful agent. She was terrific. Thanks for the time and the info. Here's my cell phone. I will let you know if she is interested. I said cell phone, but I meant email, and I switched it to that. She has my cell phone. I called her from my cell phone now. Okay. So, a couple more replies have come in. No money. Gotcha. We do have a lender that has a new special financing option where folks can purchase for virtually zero out of pocket. Would you like info on that? Question mark. There we go. I don't know if she found it. Oh, perfect. Man, she's all over it. It's quick. Okay, good. All right. What other, were there any other replies that came from that text message? Thank you. I emailed you info on 94 Meadowbrook. Just had a long conversation with the listing agent on the one in Shunk. I'm going to email you that info as well. And when you have time later, I'd be happy to chat. All right. Boy, oh boy. Lots of fun stuff today. I got a whole bunch of stops. And again, I want to reiterate, when you do this kind of stuff, when you do outreach, you're going to get a lot of no's and a lot of whatever, but you know, that shouldn't stop you from taking action. Okay. And she sent me that. I'm going to send that along. I have to wrap up because I have to call Kathy. Thanks for spending time with me this morning. Miranda, busy day indeed. Have I tried buyer or seller webinars advertised on, you mean promoting those? Yes, but that's a topic for another day. I'd be happy to chat with you. Maybe we can chat about it tomorrow. Busy day indeed. Thanks, Miranda. Thanks everyone else for spending some time this morning. Take action and hopefully chat soon.